Hello students, this is a continuation video of the practical sums of the chapter Income Determination and Multiplier. The first question you can see is that in an economy, the actual level of income is 500 crore, and whereas the employment level of income, full employment level of income is 800 crore. So what does this mean? The current situation, the actual level of income at underemployment is 500 CR. But if we achieve full employment level of income, the income would be 800 crore. So we can easily find the change in Y. The change in Y is 800 crores minus 500 crores. That is 300 crores will be the change in income. I am again repeating, the actual level of income is 500 crore, whereas the employment level of income is 800 crore. That means the current situation at underemployment, it is 500 crore, but if we achieve the full employment level, the income will be 800 crores. So the change in income is 300 crore. So next, if 1/4 of additional income is saved, calculate increase in investment required to achieve full employment level of income. The question says if 1/4 of additional income, it means MPS, can I say it is 1/4 if it is saved? So again, converting into decimal, it is 0.25. Therefore, MPS is 0.25. Calculate increase in investment. You are required to find change in I to achieve full employment level of income. So we know multiplier is equal to change in Y divided by change in I. So how much is the multiplier? So the multiplier is K is equal to 1 divided by MPS. We know the MPS, it is 0.25. So 1 divided by 0.25, it is 4. So putting the value of multiplier here, and we know the change in Y, it is 300 CR. So 300 divided by change in I. So simply we will do the cross multiplication. Change in I is equal to 75 CR. So I hope you have understood. Change in investment, it is 75 CR. What we have done, we have found the change in income. Then we have found the MPS. How much is the MPS? The question mentions it is 1/4 of additional income. So 1/4, it is 0.25. Next, we have found the multiplier. What formula have we used? We have used 1 divided by MPS. How much is the MPS? It is 0.25. So 1 divided by 0.25, the multiplier comes out to be 4. Next, we have used another formula of multiplier, that is change in Y divided by change in I. Putting the value of multiplier 4 is equal to change in Y 300 divided by change in I. The answer of change in investment is 75 CR. Next, in an economy, the equilibrium level of income falls short by 500 crores. Calculate additional investment needed to achieve the equilibrium level of income of 80% increased of income is spent on consumption. So this is not of, this is if. So the question says in an economy, the equilibrium level of income falls short by 500 crores. Equilibrium level of income falls short. What does this mean? So earlier I have explained additional income increased by 500 CR, what would you have considered? This is actually change in Y, 500 CR. So increased by 500, if you have considered change in Y as 500 CR, falls short basically means decreased by 500 CR. It is nothing to be confused about. So in earlier questions, if the question says increased, additional income increased by 500 CR, this question says income falls short by 500 CR, or you can say income decreased by 500 CR. Calculate additional investment needed to achieve the equilibrium level of income if 80% of increased income is spent on consumption. So, can I write MPC is equal to 0.8 if the question mentions 80% of additional income is saved. So it is 0.8. 80 divided by 100, 0 cancelled, and we get the answer as 0.8. So now MPC, we get MPC as 0.8. Next, using this MPC, we can find the multiplier. What is the multiplier? It is K is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus MPC. So 1 divided by 1 minus 0.8, we get 1 divided by 0.20 or 5. The multiplier is 5. Next, again using the formula of multiplier, which is change in Y divided by change in I. How much is the multiplier? It is 5. How much is the change in investment? Change in income, sorry, change in income. It is 500 CR. This one. So 500 divided by change in I. So therefore, change in I is equal to 100 CR. So again, I am repeating. The equilibrium level of income falls short by 500 crores. Therefore, falls short basically means decreased by 500 crores. So the change in income, you have to consider it as 500 CR. Calculate additional investment needed to achieve the equilibrium level if 80% of increased in investment is spent on consumption. If 80% of increased income is spent on consumption. So what we have done, we have found the MPC. MPC is equal to 0.8. The question says 80%, converting into decimal you will get 0.8. Next, what we have done, we have found the multiplier. What formula have we used? We have used 1 divided by 1 minus MPC. Again, 1 divided by 1 minus value of MPC is 0.8. The multiplier is 5. Now putting the value of multiplier here in LHS and change in income, which is 500 CR, we get the answer of change in investment is 100 CR. Next. The question says an increase of 200 crores in investment leads to rise in national income by 1,000 crores. So understand the question. An increase in 200 crores in investment leads to a rise in national income by 1,000 crores. You have to find MPC. If you look at the question, this 200 crore increase of 200 crores, this is your change in I. Change in I is 200 crore. This one. and national income increased by 1000 crore. This is your change in Y, 1000 crore. So first we can find the multiplier. K is equal to change in Y divided by change in I. How much is the multiplier? How much is the income? It is 1000 divided by 200. So the multiplier is 5. Now next, the question says find MPC. So we know K is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus MPC. So we know the value of multiplier, it is 5, and 1 divided by 1 minus MPC, since we have to find the marginal propensity to consume. Now what we will do, we will simply cross multiply. So can I write 1 minus MPC is equal to 1 divided by 5? So therefore MPC is equal to 0.8, the final answer. So you need to just cross multiply. So again I am repeating, an increase of 200 crores in investment. Increase of 200 crores, it basically means the change in I leads to a rise in national income by 1000 crores. How much the national income is increased? It has been increased by 1000 crores. This is your change in Y, change in income. Next, we have utilized the formula to find out multiplier. How much is the multiplier? It is 5. What formula have we used? We have used change in Y divided by change in I. Next, the question says find marginal propensity to consume. So therefore, we have used K is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus MPC. So how much is the K? It is 5 divided by 1 minus MPC, since we have to find MPC, the value of MPC. Next, what we have done, we have simply cross multiplied. So 1 minus MPC is equal to 1 divided by 5, and your answer is 0.8. I hope you have understood. Next, we shall proceed towards the next sum. So this sum says, in an economy, the entire increase in income is spent on consumption. So entire income that you are earning is spent on consumption. What will be the value of multiplier? It is very easy. If entire income is spent on consumption, that means we are saving 0. So can I write MPC is equal to 1? Since we know that MPC plus MPS is equal to 1. If entire consumption, if entire income is being spent on consumption, that means this is 1 and we are saving 0. So how much is the answer? 1. So MPC is equal to 1. Therefore, the value of multiplier will be 1 divided by 1 minus 1, because the value of MPC is 1, because we are spending our entire income in consumption. How much? 1 divided by 0? That is infinity. So any number divided by 0, the answer is infinity. So the value of multiplier is infinity, because the question says your entire income is spent on consumption and you are saving 0. So the MPC, we have considered it as 1. So 1 divided by 1 minus 1, that is 0, and the answer is infinity. So I hope you have understood